Okay, real talk. How many emails did you ignore today? 10? 20? Or more? And now think, why did you open the few you actually did? Was it luck? Nope. It was the subject line. Here is the ugly truth. It doesn't matter if you have the best offer, the juiciest content, or the most game-changing products. If your subject line doesn't make people stop, scroll back, and click, it's like throwing a party and no one shows up, and you don't want that to be your case, right? But don't worry. Today, I'm going to share with you the secret sauce to writing subject lines that get clicked, opened, and devoured. All right. It's exactly the formula we use to write our emails and that of our clients, which guarantees us an open rate that is higher than the industry average. So whether you are an email marketing pro or you're just starting out, by the end of this video, you have the knowledge you need to craft subject lines that will make your audience feel like they are missing out if they don't open your emails. Okay. So if you're ready to stop being ignored and start getting your emails opened faster than a Christmas present, hit that subscribe button and stick around. And by the way, I have a swipe file of email subject lines you can use to get inspiration. The subject line in these swipe files follow exactly what we are going to teach you in this video, and it will help you get higher open rates and better content consumption. All right. So be sure to check the link in the end of this video or in the description area to get it. It's free. All right. So let's dive into the main content of the day. Every day, people get tons of emails from marketers all over the world. And of course, they don't have all the time to read every single email they receive. All right. So what they do is they scroll through their inbox, and when they see any email title that catches their attention and interest, they will open it. All right. Now, what this means is that if you must succeed with email marketing, then your email title must be so strong and captivating that the receiver will find it difficult to resist opening it. And lest I forget, your email subject line can also lead your email to end up in the spam folder where the receiver might not even see it at all, not to talk of reading it. Okay. So this is why you need to pay attention to the subject line of your email. Okay. So how do you write email subject lines that land in the inbox, gets the attention of the receiver, and pushes them to open it? Here are some important tips to help you craft such subject lines. Tip number 1. A good subject line should inspire curiosity. You know that human beings are curious about other people, don't you? We are curious to know what is happening with our friends, our family, and our colleagues. We want to know what's happening around the world, or even what the next person has in mind. That's why curiosity works in email subject lines. Okay. If your email subject line makes someone curious, he would like to open the email to know what it's all about. Here's an example of a subject line that got me curious. Vaginas and public school. Immediately I saw it, I became curious. I didn't know what to expect. Biology class or a very awkward PTA meeting. So I just had to open it and find out exactly why they wrote that subject line. All right. Now here's another one. Copywriters, we are all going to hell. This one is an email I received from another top copywriter, Daniel Levis. When I saw the headline, I was not only curious, but also confused. You know, Daniel is a top copywriter. So why did he say that all copywriters are going to hell? I was just thinking, did he make a mistake in the subject line? Or does he think that copywriting is some sort of satanic skill? Those are the questions going on in my head. And as a copywriter myself, I wanted to find out. And that's why I was quick to open the email. So you see, when you introduce some elements of curiosity in your subject lines, your recipients will open your email. But there's a caveat to this. You have to make sure that your subject line is relevant to the body of your email. All right. If you use a subject line that makes people curious, but it's not relevant to the message inside the content area, you get lots of opens, but almost zero conversion. And in fact, it could even lead to marking you as spam or at least an unsubscribe. So you shouldn't do that. Now, here are some other examples of subject lines that can make readers curious. Read this if you don't want to develop heart disease. 3 weight loss you believe. Here's why the government doesn't want you to be healthy. 3 ways the big pharmas are making you sick. These are subject lines I can use in emails promoting a weight loss product. And of course, you can agree with me that each of them will make someone want to know what's inside the email. All right. In the swipe file I share at the end of this video, you get more ideas of curiosity-based subject lines and how you can use it across different niches. Okay. So tip number 2, state the benefits in your subject line. Another way to write a good subject line is to make it benefit-based. You know why? People want to know what's in it for them before they even open an email. So whenever you are writing a subject line, make sure that you include the benefits of the product or service you want to promote. However, don't mistake features for benefits. All right. For example, compare these 2 subject lines. Check out our new AI-powered email tool with advanced analytics. Now compare it with the second one. Get your emails open with our AI-powered tool. Effortlessly track what works. Now, which one do you think will get more opens? Sure, it's the one that speaks to what the tool can do for the receiver. Alright? So, when writing your subject lines, you should use benefit angles to make it enticing. Now, the swipe file at the end of this video will also give you more ideas for this in your niche. Alright? You'll be able to get inspirations on how you can write benefit-based subject lines for your products. Now, tip number 3, use numerals instead of words. The next point you should remember when writing your headline is to use numerals instead of words. Okay? You see, when you use numerals instead of numbers spelled out in full, it increases your open rate. We've seen that from experience. And that's why you should write numbers and figures instead of words when it appears in your subject line. Now, compare these 2 subject lines and tell me which one gets your attention the more. 3 simple exercises that will help you lose 2 pounds in one day versus the second one, which has number there instead of the 3 written in words. If you're honest, then you agree with me that the second one gets your interest more than the first. The reason is that numerals make a sentence stand out. In a sentence made up of multiple words, numbers will always look very odd, and other things always get the reader's attention. Okay, I hope you're getting all of this. Now, let's move on to the next one. Tip number 4, ask a question in your subject line. When you ask a simple question in your subject line, your readers will want to engage, and that will lead to more opens, more reads, and more clicks. Now, I'll tell you why this works. The human brain doesn't like incompleteness, and it perceives the question without an answer as being incomplete. So when people receive an email with a question in the subject line, their brains will always try to make it complete by providing an answer. Now, the readers will then try to verify if the answer they have in their mind is the same as what the sender thinks. And the only way they can verify this is to open the email. Okay. So ask relevant and curiosity-based questions in your subject lines and you see more opens. Of course, the subject line swipe file I share with you at the end of this video will give you inspiration on how you can craft this for your business or for your niche. All right. Now, tip number 5, reference recent news. Using headlines that highlight recent news is also another way to increase your open rate. Now, why do you think people open this kind of email? It's because everybody wants to receive breaking news. So when you use breaking news in your subject lines, your open rates will skyrocket. In fact, even putting the words breaking news in your subject line will make more people open your emails. Okay. But of course, you have to make sure that the news you talk about in your email is relevant to what your audience wants to read. Okay. For example, if I'm promoting a weight loss product, I cannot use breaking news about cryptocurrency in my emails. Okay. But I can use breaking news about maybe the number of heart diseases associated with excessive body fats. All right. So I hope you're getting the point so far. Cool. Now let's look at the next tip, which is tip number 6. You should not use caps in your subject lines. Now, when all the text in your email titles are written in capitals, it looks to the receiver like you're shouting at them, and many of them will mark you as spam. In fact, according to research, 85% of receivers prefer that your subject line should be in lowercase, okay? So rather than use uppercase throughout, consider making the keyword you want to emphasize in caps and then let the rest of the words be in lowercase. All right. Now to the final one. Keep your subject lines short and under 50 characters. There are 3 reasons why short subject lines work better than longer ones, and I'll tell you. First, most people don't go through their inboxes carefully. They only scan through it, and short subject lines catch the attention of people in this category since they are easier to scan. Second, the most email marketers use long subject lines, so this makes short ones to stand out from the rest in the recipient's inbox. All right. If you think I'm just making this up, go to your inbox right now and see it for yourself. You'll notice that the subject lines that catch your attention are usually the short ones among the very long ones. Now, lastly, when you have a long subject line, some email service providers won't display the entire text in your recipient's inbox. Instead, they will cut off some characters or words and replace them with ellipses. This is especially true for those who read their emails on mobile. Now, when this happens, people won't get the full meaning of the headline unless they open the email. And of course, no one would like to open an email he doesn't know what it is about, okay? So do whatever you can to make your subject lines short. So there you have it, the 7 rules we follow when writing subject lines for our emails. And all things being equal, we always get impressive open rates from them. So go try them and tell us how it goes for you, right? In our next video, I'll show you how we write the body of the email, because there's more to it than just saying, hey, hope you're well, and then hoping for the best, all right? So you learn how to make your email body congruent with your subject line and have people reading from beginning to the end and even doing whatever you ask them to do, okay? And just before you go, make sure to check the link in the description box to get access to our subject line swipe box. It's made up of over 500 subject lines that follow everything I just shared with you right here on this video. And it's even arranged into different categories to make it easier for you to swipe. You also get ChatGPT prompts that you can use in writing powerful subject line ideas for your email. There are subject lines that obey all the rules we shared with you in this video, okay? So make sure you click the link on the description to download it. I'll see you on the next video.